You are listening to the Fine Food and Healthy Living Asia podcast,
where we talk about fine food and healthy living throughout Asia.
So let's get started. Hey everybody, Ian and Todd here.
Welcome to the Fine Food and Healthy Living Asia podcast.
If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. The Fine Food and Healthy Living Asia podcast is produced every week for your enjoyment, and show notes are found on our Facebook page.
Come back often and feel free to add the podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram or on my blog, toddinasia.com. That's Todd with 2 D's in Asia.com.
All links are in the show notes. Now, let's get started. Welcome to this week's podcast. Today we have none other than Chef Lorenz from Chef's Table. Recently won an award at the RAS Epicure Star Awards, Best of the Best and Best Western Restaurant. With me today is my co-host, Todd Lennox. Welcome, Todd, and welcome, Lorenz.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you very much, and great to have you here.
Chef, I must ask, it's quite an award that you guys have gotten. Was it unexpected, or?
I would say it was very surprising for us. First of all, a big honor to get this prize. You challenged with very great restaurants here in Singapore, so the restaurant landscape is amazing. So it's great to get recognized by awards like this. Yeah.
Fantastic. And going to you as a chef, where did your profession start?
It starts in Austria about 15 years ago. So I was spending a lot of holidays in a hotel of my uncle. So this was my first step into the F&B business. And then with 16, 17 years, I decided to make an apprenticeship. And then my journey started around one of the best restaurants of Austria. And then I got the opportunity to come here to Singapore with Chef Stefan together to open Chef's Table.
Very nice.
Fantastic.
Tell us a little bit about the concept here at Chef's Table.
Our concept is we don't have a menu. So what we are doing is Western-style omakase. So we're only using a list of 28 ingredients. The customer's choice is 4, 6 or 8 courses, and they can cross out ingredients they don't want to eat. So every meal is customized for every person. Everything is served by the chefs, explained on the table. That's why we're using high tables all over the restaurant to be on the eye level with the customer. And the atmosphere is very casual. The focus is on the plate, on the dish, on the produce. And that's mainly what we're doing.
So when I come in, the menu is basically the list of ingredients.
Yes. So we print it every day new. So the single ingredients are changing every day. Like beef or duck on the menu all over the year, but we change the preparation, the cut, and the origin of the meat.
I'm looking at a list of 28 ingredients. There's Norwegian salmon, marigold, egg yolk, foie gras. I cross out what I don't want.
Yes.
And then you create your dish just for me.
So we have a guideline menu every week. So we follow our guideline, and then we make small changes to the dishes. Yeah. Our goal is, if you come, for example, 6, 7 times to the restaurant, you should never eat the dish twice.
Wow.
So we don't have a signature dish.
Yeah.
It's quite unique. You've even got things like egg yolk, marigold. It's fantastic. Quite some unique ingredients there that you're putting together. So where do you source a lot of these ingredients?
Everything comes back to our suppliers. So nowadays we are very good in touch with them via WhatsApp, for example. So they tell us in the morning what comes to Singapore, and we decide if we take it. This is how our menu or our today's ingredients get together.
Do you do any special events?
Last week we've been part of the Austrian Wine Week. It was the 2nd edition here in Singapore. We did a sit-down dinner for 25 people, 5 courses with Austrian wines. We do a lot of outside caterings, events like a private chef, going to private homes, cook for 10, 12 people.
Wow, so listeners, if these ingredients excite you, give them a call, because I mean it's a pretty amazing thing to be able to get the chef from the restaurant to come to your home and cook for you is just simply sublime. So when you're catering for that, does that include waiting staff as well?
It's up to the customer, what he's asking for. We can provide from one chef only to the whole experience with sommelier, waiters and plateware.
So just going back, Lorenz, to where you came from in Austria, why did you come to Singapore? What gave you the inspiration or the guide to come here?
So the thing is, I was growing up in a small village next to Innsbruck, so between the borders to Germany and Italy. So it only took us 30 minutes by car to Germany or to Italy, for example. And 8 years ago, I traveled for my first time to Asia. Singapore was a part of my travels. And I have to say, I liked the city at the first moment. I came back a couple of times. Then I got the chance for internship at Tippling Club with Chef Ryan for 1 month. And this was the time I met Stefan.
Right.
And
the rest is history, as they say.
yes.
How did the idea originate for this concept here?
The thing is, when we first opened, it was more like a wine bar with small snacks and a big table in front of the kitchen serving a kind of a degustation menu. And we have never been really happy with the concept. So we were thinking about what can we do, what is unique to Singapore, what you don't get in the street yet. And then we came up with the list of ingredients.
Quite a unique concept.
But it was more the idea, we put down a list of ingredients and then we said, okay, what can we cook out of this? Then so, why we don't leave the ingredients
Yeah,
and
it's a great idea. Yeah.
surprise the
So I
customers.
see on the menu there's a 4-course, a 6-course, and 8-course.
Yes.
So let's just say I go for the 6-course and I cross out the ingredients that I don't want. Are you mix and matching those ingredients for each course?
Some, yes. We have customers, they ask, I ordered 6 course, but I didn't got all of the 28 ingredients. That's not possible. This is one thing. A lot of people ordering, or they ask, what's about the difference 4 and 6 courses? And mainly the difference is only the experience, because the amount of the food is the same. If you go for 4 course, you get bigger plates. For 6 and 8 course, the plates are getting smaller.
Okay.
So it's more like the experience. And I would say 90% of our customers go for the 6 course.
Yeah. So you have the 4-course, the 6-course, the 8-course. A very reasonable price, I think, too, for Singapore especially. When you say the 8-course, that's the exact same amount of food as the 4-course, but it's just laid out over 8 courses.
Maybe the 8 course is a bigger amount of food.
A little bit more.
In the end, if you order
Yeah.
4 or 8,
And can
you
I
leave
say
the restaurant with a full tummy and
pretty full?
to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so can I say, for example, I really like chocolate. So
That's possible.
You can
Of
make
course.
sure there's chocolate in one of the
So
courses.
if someone asks for an ingredient, of course,
Okay.
we try,
Okay.
if it's possible,
Yeah.
to put it to the menu.
Yeah. So cool.
And your wine pairing down the bottom, what sort of wines do you have at Chef's table?
It's mainly old words. We are both Austrians. Wines from Austria, Germany and Italy. Also France, old world. A bit of Australia, New Zealand. Of course, you need it. And our restaurant manager is Portuguese. So she brought some Portuguese influenced our wine list.
Nice.
And we got some very interesting wines we never tried before. And it's
You're-
also part of the chef's table experience to
To
get
experience.
every time new things to the menu, new things to the wine list.
Yeah.
So we change many times.
Yeah. Of course, Ian is selling yabbies in Singapore right now, importing yabby from Australia. You're planning on using yabbies in one of your upcoming ingredient lists?
Yes, we got a few weeks ago amazing samples with the different sizes, and we look forward for the first shipping. So
Very
for all the
nice.
customers, I
Yeah.
would say mid of December,
In
we have yabbies on the
December,
menu.
come in and try yabby. Excellent.
Now, going back to the restaurant, it's quite a cozy setting. And how many do you seat here, did you say?
We have 30 seats.
30 seats. So it's quite
Pretty small.
quite intimate. It's lovely. So when people come here, they can. We're sitting here in the restaurant at the moment, listeners. So that's why you can hear background noises. There's preparation going on, but when you come here, you can see right through the kitchen. So you can see your meals being prepared, which is quite a unique situation as well. Something to look forward to. Do you engage much with the customers when they come through?
Yes, first of all, like to call it our living room, because with the open kitchen concept, it's like at home. A lot of customers go to the kitchen, they ask, can we take a look, and you prepare our meal. You also have to bust the kitchen when you go to the toilet, for example. So, and every dish is served by chef. So it's we are in touch with each customer every night. That's also for a chef a great new thing. I was always working in closed kitchens, So you never saw the faces of the others, and this is what makes this place a bit special.
Yeah, very special. Yeah. So you're preparing the meal, and then you're bringing the meal to the customer, and you're talking to them as you serve dinner. Or are you open for lunch too, or just dinner?
For lunch, we open on Fridays only.
Fridays only. Okay.
So we are offering a 4-course menu for $58 with the same concept like in the evening. But the list is smaller because only 4 courses.
Yeah.
So we work on 16 ingredients.
And for reservations, you take reservations only, or can you walk in?
You can walk in on a Friday and Saturday nights. It's very hard to get the table as a walk-in.
Hard to get in, yeah.
Weekdays should be possible, but most of the people make a reservation.
Yeah. And you take reservations by phone or internet?
Both. We work together with the reservation platforms. They work very well here in Singapore. A lot of phone calls, of course, and a lot of private friends to recommend the place, something like this. People you meet outside.
I have to ask, Chef, what's one of your favourite ingredients, or maybe a couple of favourite ingredients that you like to work with?
So we had now the summer with the forest mushrooms from Europe, with the very earthy flavor. You can't compare it to others. Also, now the season ended for Alaskan halibut. It's one of my favorite fish. But mainly it's about vegetables. So also white asparagus from Europe with the short season. It's a very unique flavor.
So are there some local ingredients that you use as well?
Yes, we're working together with farmers here in Singapore. One company is called Edible Garden. We have a small indoor garden in our restaurant.
Oh, wow.
On the left.
No kidding.
So we grow our own 7-8 herbs with them together.
We'll have to see that.
Yeah.
Also, other suppliers are growing in Singapore here herbs or salads, for example. And if we find local suppliers, we try to work together with them, of course.
For sure. Do you have any more questions, Todd?
No, I just love this concept. I can't wait to come back here and try it out, where I can just look at these ingredients and have the chef make something and bring it to the table. What a great idea this is.
Oh, it's great. To have all those ingredients, the 28 ingredients on that menu, and then you just cross off the ones you don't want.
I don't think I can cross off any ingredients, though. I like all these ingredients that are on here.
So these are our favorite customers. They don't cross out anything in order 8 courses.
Exactly. All right.
Fantastic. Well, look, thank you very much for coming on the show, Lorenz. Thank you, Todd. So all you listeners out there,
as always,
if you get a chance, come out and experience Chef's Table, one of the finest restaurants in not only in Singapore, but also Asia. Thanks again, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
All right.
Sounds great.
Very nice.
Thanks for your visit.
Okay.
Thank you.